Hey aunties.
And hey nieces.
So, what do you think about moving in with your boo before getting married?
What are your thoughts? Are you 25 and younger, or are you 30 and above and you have a different perspective?
Because I feel one way about it and she feels another, but let's get into it. What's up, China Gang? It's your girl China Renee. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back, China Gang. I have my niece with me. This is Ashley.
Hi.
If you go back a while ago, a long time ago, she has been on my channel before. So anyways, we were doing her hair and we started having a conversation and we just thought, let's just turn the camera on. And she said, I'm surprised you're not filming. So I said, that's a good idea. So we grabbed the camera. We're about to have some real girl talk. So if you're single, dating, or married, you can chime in on this video. Leave a comment down below. Chime in on this conversation right here. We're just about to get into dating. How old are you?
25.
25, and I'm 10 years older than her. So she's dating. I'm married.
Two different perspectives.
And we're about to get into this conversation. So if you are interested, keep watching. Make sure you turn on your notifications, comment, like, share, and let's get into this. Okay, so you guys are not going to see all of me because I am doing her hair, but you can hear me very well. So anyways, I was just having a little conversation with Ashley about getting married, and instead of just like moving in with your boyfriend. I know that's a hot topic for a lot of young ladies her age, even some women my age. You kind of get yourself to the point in your relationship where you're like, should we move in together? Should we get married? What should we do from here? So I was saying to Ashley, instead of moving in with your boyfriend, again, because they've done this already, why don't y'all just go ahead and get married? Like, take the next step if you know you want to be together. So that's where we left off at. Now, what were you saying?
So I was saying that was all our intention, is to get married. It just may be like, if say how you and Chris had a discussion before you guys wanted to get married, or a discussion pre-marriage, and it's something that is accommodatable for the both of you. So you guys are coming up with a plan for you guys' future together, but it also just works out, and it's a more smarter plan. So our plan really was more easier to move in together first, because his parents are actually moving back into the house that he's in, and they're gonna renovate it. So he was actually gonna go find his own place regardless. So he figured we might as well just get a place at that time, so I'm not getting a place just like a bachelor pad type of thing. So our intention is to get married. We've been trying to figure out our whole living situation first, so that we actually have a place to live, and I'm not in a year lease and he's in an apartment, and then I have to come move all my stuff in his single apartment when he has a dog. So it was just stuff that we were already talking about before pre-marriage. So that's something that I plan on talking to him more about now and getting more details, because we haven't really had like a serious discussion on like, let's get married type of thing, because we really were rekindling our relationship to see if we even wanted that. But that is something that we want. It's just we have to get to that point to even like talk about it. And certain styles of relationships may be different. Like maybe you get married first and then you move in, or maybe you move in first and then you get married. But I feel like if your intention is to get married, that's all that matters. It's not like you're aimlessly just moving in as boyfriend and girlfriend and then that's the end goal. You're just boyfriend and girlfriend.
So just to give you a quick backstory, they've been together. They were together. They had a break. they lived together when they were together. She moved out, got her own place. They separated, they had a break, and now they're, like she said, are rekindling things. So rewind back to when Chris and I, we were dating, we kind of had the same situation. We lived together before we got married, and I'm not against you living with your spouse, because I think it's very, very, very important to see what a person is like, because when you live with somebody, totally different ball game. You want to know what this person is like when they wake up, go to sleep, brush their teeth. Do they piss all over the floor? You want to learn a person's mannerisms, habits, and everything before y'all get married. Like, I'm not saying don't live together. All right, sorry about that. The camera card was full. So anyways, like I was getting ready to say, Chris and I, we were together. I moved down here. We were living together before I got married. And we broke up. We had a break. I moved out, got my own place. He was living in his own place. We were separated. And then we rekindled things. However, we got engaged. So we got engaged. And then, you know, we decided we're going to get married. Moved back in with each other. Had a plan and got married. And we have been married ever since. So here's the thing. I know a lot of younger girls, just women in general, we tend to feel like we have to be, and men too, more specifically men, feel like you have to be in a certain place in your life before you can get married. What I was explaining to Ashley was you actually can build together. You don't necessarily have to have, you need a job, you need security, but you don't have to have X amount of dollars all the way up here before you can get married. There are so many things that you can build together as a couple where you don't have to just sit around and wait. Like, to me, I feel like Chris and I, we built together. We're better together than we ever probably would have been separated. You know, not to say that you can't be who you are separately from each other. You can be who you are regardless, but if you're going to be together anyways, then why not build together legally?
True. Well, I mean, you were explaining that to me, which I've been gaining more knowledge on, more marriage facts and deciding how I feel about that. So it's really, it's like a trial and error thing.
So here's the thing. Not everybody has a good representation of married life. I didn't have a good representation of a married couple. My parents were divorced. And Chris's parents were separated. His father passed away, so he didn't have that either. However, he and I collectively knew what we wanted out of our marriage. We knew what we wanted for our family. So we set goals together. And when the time came for us to get married, we knew what kind of marriage we wanted. So it's all about having a conversation with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever your person is and really just solidifying what y'all both want. And if you guys know you want to get married, then put it in the plans.
That's really what the topic of discussion is for the both of us. Is I've been single in my own apartment for almost a year now, and I really enjoy my solitude, so I want to make sure that that's not something that I have to give up.
Yeah, I mean, giving up your space, your peace, and everything, to me is so, it requires so much sacrifice that you need to be putting a ring on my finger. Like, I'm not finna give up my space, my peace, my bathroom, like my joy, my time alone, my shower time, all that, for us to just be playing boyfriend, girlfriend. How do y'all feel about that? Do you think that, one, you should live with your boyfriend or girlfriend before getting married? And two, if you guys took a break, would you move back in under the same circumstances as before? Or would you want to move forward in something that's more advanced, like engagement, marriage, or starting a family, whatever else there is? Personally, I would not give up my place for not knowing what's to come out of the relationship. I feel like you need to absolutely have a plan. You know, because if you are going to be together, I think it's important for y'all to just discuss that before you give up any of your space.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you really caught me in the middle of literally having that conversation, so there's definitely going to be an update within the next 6 months or so, because I know that I needed time to pour into myself, which is why I just made the decision to do that, because I wouldn't have been able to feel the way that I feel now or make such a big decision if I didn't allow myself to have time with myself and figure out what
I
I
keep
truly
crossing the
wanted.
camera, y'all, because I'm trying to get from side to side.
That's why we've been talking about it, because I want to make sure that we have a plan before we just make a big step, because that's what would make it easier, just already having something planned to where we're like, okay, we're prepared for this to happen. So it's just been a lot of growth happening, so we've been adjusting to that.
Yeah. So you guys can let us know down in the comments, have you been in a situation where you were faced with moving back in with someone or moving in with someone versus you guys moving to the next step in your relationship? Because most of the time women are ready to move forward and guys are just like not ready. Sometimes women do have commitment issues and they're just like, I don't want to get married. That's not what I want. And you know, it just depends on the person. But if marriage is an option for both of you, then that's something y'all really should seriously consider. And I'm not saying rush into it, but have a plan. Have a plan set. I would probably say you guys set a plan like, all right, we're going to move in together. But we need to be married within 12 months. You know, we'll get this apartment. Maybe he'll propose to you, and then you guys both have this plan of we need to be moving into our home, our forever home, or our starter home, or whatever by the end of this lease.
Right.
I just think there should be options. I don't think that you should just be completely giving yourself to a person for a little bit of nothing. Because that's, you know, y'all know the old saying about giving the milk.
No, I don't. I don't know that one.
How does it go? Why buy the milk when you can have the whole cow for free?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one. I'm like, what is she trying to say?
In other words, you're giving up coochie, you're cleaning, you're cooking, you're doing all the things that typically a married woman would be doing. You're taking care of the house, you're holding him down, you're holding you down, you're doing everything but for just your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Guess when
You deserve more. You should receive more. You should expect more. You should definitely have higher standards for yourself. Like, you're worth more than that. Like, you don't have to be a girlfriend forever. And honestly, for people who are in like long engagements, like longer than 2 years, that person don't want to marry you. So start reconsidering. If y'all don't have a solid plan, it takes a year to really solidify everything like that. You literally could get married in a month. Like, you know, it depends. But the thing to me is like, if you don't know what you want in a year, move on.
Yeah.
And I think that's the conversation that y'all should be having. What do y'all think about that?
Pretty good. Oh, you turned it back on.
Yeah, I did.
So
yeah, in conclusion, from single girls, like specifically, like single and dating, in a relationship with somebody that you could see yourself with, and maybe you guys are at the point where you're trying to figure out where do you go from here. Do you A, move in together? Do you B, keep living separately but make plans to get married and then live together? Or do you C, just keep dating and wait to see what the heck happens, and maybe you'll get surprised with a ring. I don't know. Well, how do you feel?
I personally feel like I need to know what it's like to live with you long term before I just jump right on in it. Mm-hmm. And I also have to see myself with you long term in order to even consider doing that, because I really enjoy my solitude and having my own space. And I may not enjoy the whole paying my bills and things by myself, but there's a lot of certain type of peace that comes with doing that for yourself. And having to combine your life with someone else is not always easy. Mm-hmm. You always there may have to be some sacrifices or compromise that you wouldn't have to do if you were single. And you have to that person has to really be an important vessel in your life for you to feel like it's worth making those changes. And it's not like you're signing your life away in a way. Like, you have to think about it in a really positive way. Like, us coming together would be the best absolute choice for me, because we would make a great future together. We would really help each other out financially. We help each other balance work, life, home balance. So you have to really be better together than you are single. Really.
I agree. Absolutely. Weigh all your options. Are you better together or separate? I mean, that's what it really boils down to. Is this person going to make my life better? Or is this person going to give me a whole headache? Because don't nobody want a headache, child. You can do that by yourself. There are so many toys you can have. You do not need a man. Yeah, real talk. And then somebody else chime in, someone who has been through this, where maybe you did live with somebody and y'all didn't get married. And do you feel like you wasted your time? Was it a waste of time, or was it a lesson learned? Because that could be it. I mean, you could be just setting yourself up to learn a lesson, but damn.
I mean, genuinely, that's how I felt when I stayed with him the first go round. I didn't feel like it was a waste of time. I felt like it was a learning lesson for me, because I learned how I've lived with him when he lived with other people, and I've lived with him when he's been just him by himself. So I know how he is in both settings, and I know how to adjust to his home style, like how he is when he's at home, how he likes to be when he comes home from work, how often he may like to eat out or eat at the house, or so it's like patterns that you really have to pay attention to. And then also, it's a lot of unlearning and relearning when it comes to starting a relationship and living with somebody, because you have to realize as an individual, everybody doesn't go to therapy. Everybody doesn't realize that they have childhood trauma. Everybody doesn't realize that they may have PTSD from being in a toxic relationship.
You better say that, girl. Tell that nigga go get some therapy, okay? Not for y'all both get therapy. Everybody need therapy. Couples therapy, marriage therapy, family therapy. You really got to dig deep into your person's family history, like dig real deep. Have those hard conversations before y'all move in, before you get married, before you guys become a unit. Have those real vulnerable conversations first. If somebody cannot let their wall down with you, that ain't the one for you.
That's a red flag.
And I'm gonna just leave it right there. So if y'all agree, let me know. We're about to go. Oh, y'all probably want to see her hair. I'll show y'all in a second. We'll be done in just a minute. But make sure you like, subscribe, share, and let us know your thoughts on this situation. Super cute. Just nice, natural. No crunchy baby hairs.
We had a whole conversation.
Yeah,
about
she and I agree on the crunchy baby hairs. Just less is more,
the new generation hairs,
Less is more. Keep it soft and natural. Little, just pull out a little bit. You'll see. Y'all know I always do my edges, but try to keep it as natural as possible. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye, aunties.
Bye, nieces. Make sure you subscribe to her channel.
Period.
Peace out.